Ladies and gentlemen, did you really think that I was going to pressure can 101 turkeys? Come on now. Now, for those of you that are new to the Alaska Prepper community, this is kind of like an annual tradition that we've made here. And that is that whenever I put up a video to do the turkey drive or to do the turkey donation to the food bank right before Thanksgiving, that I always use clickbait and I tell you all something that's ridiculous. And it's kind of funny because every once in a while you see that someone falls for it. And more than likely on this video, there'll be someone in the comments saying, you should be ashamed of yourself for hoarding all those turkeys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that this year we are going to end up helping a lot more families than what we thought we were going to be able to. So let me go ahead and go through the journey with you and show you all what we as a team have been able to do together. But first, I have to thank very much those that made this possible. And those that I want to thank first are the most important. And that's you, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Alaska Prepper community. You know that during usually 2 or 3 months prior to Thanksgiving, I try to do a little something, to do a giveaway so that we can raise a little bit of cash so that it can help out with allocating all of the birds that we need in order to feed the families that are in need. And this year, ladies and gentlemen, through the AP community, we raised a little over, before taxes, we raised a little over $2,500, and that went a very long way. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I truly do appreciate it. I want to thank all of the sponsors of the Alaska Prepper channel, because without them it wouldn't have been possible as well. I want to thank Nutrient Survival first and foremost, and this is a story that you have to hear. For those of you that have been following me for a while, at least this year, if you all remember during a live stream way back, I think it was around February or March, you were already asking me, we need to go ahead and get the turkeys started now so that we can make it on time for this year. And I said, yes, great idea. And some of you asked me during the live stream, are we going to be able to make it? Because turkeys are so expensive this year. And I said, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I said, the best that we can do is the best that we can do. And if God wants us to make it, then we're going to make it. But let me try to make this as short as possible so that I don't lose any of you, because this is a great story. And it just shows you that God always allows you to find a way. When I went to see the chaplain on base, and this is a picture, I went ahead and blurred out his face because I didn't ask him permission to use his picture on social media, but I did want to show you that he provided me with a plaque or a certificate of appreciation so that I can deliver to Nutrient Survival. And you can see here that it says to Nutrient Survival. Well, when I sat down and talked to the chaplain, actually I sat down and talked with 2 chaplains, they told me a story. And they said that they had set a goal this year on Fort Wainwright to feed 360 service members. And they said that so far they had only made it halfway, that they had only collected enough funds to feed 180 out of the 360. And they said that when they received my phone call and I told them what I was going to bring to them, they said, there is a God, and that's for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, they were $4,000 shy of meeting their goal. I'm going to try not to get emotional, but when they told me that they were $4,000 shy, before I showed up with a $4,000 check from Nutrient Survival, I was like, oh my goodness. I started thinking about all of the little things that could have changed this to where we wouldn't have been able to help, etc., etc. So many things involved that how could God not be involved? So I want to thank Nutrient Survival from the bottom of my heart for allowing this to happen. And I can only hope that we can continue doing it next year, but only at a larger scale. I want to thank Genesis Gold Group for donating the first batch of turkeys that you'll see me dropping off here later on in the video. So thank you, Genesis Gold Group. Those turkeys are going to go to very good use here in Alaska, and those are going to the food bank, as you will see. I want to thank our other sponsors like Opus, like Simpure, for giving us product to give away so that we can raise some money throughout ourselves here in the AP community to go towards the food bank. So I'm going to go ahead and come in and out from this video, but what I'm going to show you now is the first clip of the very first delivery of turkeys that we made this year, and it was all the way back in August. Hey, Ms. Ann, how you doing? Bo, how you doing, guys?
Here.
I'm dropping off turkeys, Ms. Ann.
It's August.
I know, Ms. Ann, but listen to this. So I have a feeling it's going to be very difficult to get turkeys this year, last minute, like we did last year. So I'm going to start getting turkeys now a little bit at a time, because you know how many turkeys is our goal this year?
How much you?
Last year we did 100. This year we want to do 200. You know why? Wow. Because this is America and we celebrate Thanksgiving here. Woo! And we're going to make sure that people that need food this Thanksgiving are going to be able to celebrate Thanksgiving just like they should. So for now, Mrs. Ann, all we were able to get was about 550 pounds of turkeys.
That's incredible.
So we probably have about another 1,500 to 2,000 pounds of turkeys to get before Thanksgiving.
You know, you have started early. This is beautiful.
All right, well, let's unload these things. Ms. Ann, what is this? Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
So excited for the things you do, that you have your own bins in our freezer.
I got my own bins, ladies and gentlemen. We got our own Alaska Prepper bins. And look, they're not empty anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, that first batch of turkeys that we dropped off was about 28 turkeys or so. And just a couple of days ago, we went shopping at a few different places to try to get as much bang for a buck as we could. So my wife went to the commissary and got some turkeys there at a pretty decent price. I went to the commissary and got like 15 turkeys as well at a good price. And there was plenty of turkeys left over for everyone else, by the way, because I know every once in a while I get one of those comments, "You're taking everyone's turkeys." But anyways, we also went back to Safeway to get the other turkeys that Jessica over there, who's the manager at the meat department, had saved for us. And we had the food bank bring their truck over to Safeway so that they can pick up the turkeys from there. And then my wife and I went shopping to Costco, where we got all of the sides that were needed in order to make a turkey dinner to go along with the 101 turkeys, by the way, that we ended up getting for the food bank. And unfortunately, while we were at Costco's, they were all out of corn, they were all out of green beans, and they were out of stuffing. So we're going to have to go back shopping and see if we can find that stuff elsewhere so that we can bring it to the food bank. So we do owe them those 3 items. And in addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, while we were at Costco's, we thought about RCPC, the Resource Center for Parents and Children here in Fairbanks. For those of you that don't know what RCPC is, they are there to help parents and children that are in need for whatever reason. And I know that they're always looking for small food items like individual pizzas, Lunchables, things like that, that they can entertain children with while their parents are there taking care of whatever business it is that they need to take care of. And places like these in our community are very important. So that is why I love to donate to the RCPC as well. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is the first batch that we brought. It was sometime in August, I do believe. And then this is the rest of the ones that we bought over here and over here as well. So these are the ones that we collected here in the last few days, and then the ones that I just showed you over here were the ones that we started out the year with. All in all, we were able to donate 101 turkeys to the food bank. I've always wanted to do more and more every year, and although this year we didn't double the amount of turkeys we gave to the food bank, we gave them 101, whereas last year it was only 100. So ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted those of you that have never donated turkeys with us to the Fairbanks Food Bank to meet Mrs. Ann, and of course you already met her husband, Bo. As always, Ms. Ann, I want to thank you very much for what you do. For those of you that don't know, Ms. Ann's been doing this since when? 10 years old. I remember. So she was 10 years old. My camera was messing up right after that point, ladies and gentlemen. So let me just go ahead and tell you what I was telling you before. Mrs. Ann, and that is Bo, her husband, the gentleman that was helping to put stuff on a pallet. She's been volunteering there since she was 10 years old. Her mother used to have what is now Mrs. Ann's position, which is the CEO of the food bank, which is a paid position. However, Mrs. Ann started volunteering at the food bank when she was just 10 years old, and then worked herself into getting a job there, and she's now the CEO. And it is people like this that we have to support, ladies and gentlemen, those that support our communities, because the better off that your community is, for whatever reason, be it RCPC, be it a food bank, be it a shelter for homeless, all of these places make our communities better. Unfortunately, we need these places. It'd be great if all the food banks, if all the homeless shelters, and all those kinds of services went out of business tomorrow just because we didn't need them anymore. However, we're going to continue to need them just like we always have. So I'm not going to make this too much longer. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of your support always, ladies and gentlemen. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.